KTRF fair sky, light overcast sky, 46 degrees here on your Monday morning. It's the 8th of September. Good morning. Check of our weather coming up. We have Ag News headlines in the Trading Post on the way. Stay tuned. All that good stuff just around the corner. Let's start this half hour with a look at sports, brought to you by the New Fulton Insurance Agency. And with the latest in scores and schedules, we say good morning to Wade.
Good morning, Bob. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Quick recap of the weekend. Contest you heard on Beaver Falls Radio Friday afternoon on North Country 99.3 in Lancaster. It was Kittson County Central hosting Stephen Argyle, winning that one in a good one, 26-24. Beaver Falls Prowlers falling at home Friday night, 35-8 to Pillager. It was Northern Freeze hosting Winnimac on Friday, winning that one, no problem there, 50-20 on Beaver Falls Radio over the weekend. Congratulations to the Northland Pioneers lady volleyball team, winners over the weekend. Friday defeating Vermilion 3-0, and Saturday 3-0 over Mesabi Range. College football over the weekend, no problem for our three teams. Minnesota Golden Gophers at home against Northwestern State, 66-0 on Saturday. North Dakota State was on the road. They were in Tennessee State at Nashville, winning that one 59-3, improving to 2-0. And University of North Dakota Fighting Hawks picking up their first win of the season with a 50-20 rout of Portland State during Potato Bowl weekend. Scheduled activities today. Travis has got Badger Greenbush Middle River at home taking on Goodridge Grigla. That one on North Country 99.3. Other action tonight. Barnesville will be at East Grand Forks. Fond du Lac will be at Red Lake, and Ashby will be at Norman County East Euland-Hitterdal in high school girls volleyball today. We'll tell you about Randy Moss, who's back on the air. After this, from Jason Hansen, the insurance guy at New Fulton Insurance. Former Viking, former Patriot, and NFL Hall of Famer, ESPN studio analyst Randy Moss is back on the air. He was back yesterday during the Sunday NFL Countdown after completing his cancer treatment. Moss celebrated the occasion yesterday with his colleagues, saying, "Now all my treatment is over. Ringing the bell, now I'm back with the family, man." And, of course, he revealed his diagnosis back in December. He promised he would return as soon as he got healthy to get back out there with the guys. "I promise you I will be on set," and sure enough, he did. Moss had 2 stints with the Vikings over his career. Congratulations and best wishes to Randy. It was an exciting first full weekend of NFL action up and down, so if you turned off the tube on some of the games that you thought were over, surprise, surprise, Tampa Bay defeated Atlanta 23-20, with Cincinnati holding on over Cleveland 17-16 in Cleveland. Jacksonville and Carolina, who had an hour and 15-minute weather delay during the second quarter. Jacksonville winning that one 26-10 yesterday. Other ones, it was the quarterback swap duo as the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers switched quarterbacks in New York yesterday, or the Meadowlands in New Jersey. It was Pittsburgh hanging on 34-32 yesterday afternoon. Green Bay Packers with their new rush weapon, Micah Parsons, who had a sack on Jared Goff, winning that one over Detroit 27-13 yesterday. And last night's wild game, at one point, Buffalo was down to Baltimore 40-25 with like 4 minutes left to go in the contest, and rattled off enough points to win 41-40 yesterday, which was an exciting finish to Sunday Night Football. We'll cap things off tonight, the NFL season, with Monday Night Football. Vikings visit the Windy City and the Chicago Bears Monday Night Football, and Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy will be making his first career regular season start. He's got several weapons to hit, too. Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, T.J. Hockenson, and more. And head coach K.O. is excited to get things rolling today. Chicago, who was 5-12 last season, Vikings finished second in the NFC North at 14-3 before losing to the Rams in the wild card round. Minnesota will be without veteran safety, though, Harrison Smith tonight, who will be out because of the team says due to an illness. Kickoff is set for 7:15 tonight. Pregame 6 o'clock right here on KTRF. Minnesota Twins salvaged their series against the Kansas City Royals with a 5-1 win at Kauffman Stadium yesterday. Chris Atterbury breaks it down for us.
All games they needed a spark, and who else but Byron Buxton would provide it. His 30th home run to open the ballgame, a solo shot. George Kirby Puckett as the only Twins in ever with 30 homers and 20 stolen bases in a single season. Bailey Ober was awesome. He retired the first 9 men he faced. In 14 of the first 15 he faced, gave up just a single run over 5 in the third. By the time he left, he had a little insurance thanks to Cody Clemens. 3-1. Swung on, hit high in the air, straightaway center field and deep. Isbell chasing back, and that ball is gone over the batter's eye for Cody Clemens. A 2-run club for Clemens. His 16th of the year. There's your 2-out. Pick me up. It's 3-0 Twins. Yeah, don't hate on his Packers jersey that he wore on the team flight. Cody Clemens' 16th of the year was a no-doubter over the batter's eye in center field. Things did get a little bit dicey late as the Royals loaded the bases in both the 8th and the 9th innings, but the Twins get out of it without allowing a single run. Genesis Cabrera, you have that on your bingo card, picks up his first save as a Twin, and the Twins beat the Royals 5-1 on their home for Twins baseball.
And Twin skipper Rocco Baldelli says it was great to see Byron Buxton join the 30-20 club yesterday. And when your name's next to Kirby Puckett, even more of a special moment, no doubt about it. The Royals are 2 games out of the final AL wildcard spot. Minnesota will visit Anaheim tonight to take on the Angels in a late one for us here, 8:38 first pitch from LA. St. Paul Saints wrapped up their series against the Louisville Bats with a 6-1 loss at Louisville Slugger Field. It's the 9th consecutive loss for the Saints. Kendry Rios was charged with his 3rd loss after allowing a run on 3 hits in 3 innings. Saints dropped to 58-78. They're off tonight and will host Columbus tomorrow night. The class of 2025 was enshrined into the Neesmith Basketball Hall of Fame on Saturday. Among the inductees was former Minnesota Lynx star Mia Moore, who won 4 WNBA titles. Other inductees are longtime NBA All-Stars Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard. Anthony and Howard were also inductees as members of the gold medal-winning 2008 USA squad. The squad also comprised of the Redeem team, who included LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Kobe Bryant. Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks have advanced to the Division Championship Series for the 2nd straight season and 4th time in the last 5 years. The Redhawks will face the Sioux Falls Canaries in the best of 5. Now, despite playing in the same league for 25 years, including 23 seasons in the same division, it's the first playoff meeting between the Redhawks and the Canaries. Game 1 and 2 will be played at Newman Outdoor Field starting tonight. U.S. Tennis Open wrapped up over the weekend, and second-seeded Carlos Alcaraz topped off top-seeded Jannica Sinner in 4 sets to claim his 2nd U.S. Open title and 6th Grand Slam championship. Alcaraz won the U.S. Open and French Open earlier this year and will aim to complete this as career Grand Slam at the Australian Open in January. On the women's side, it was Aryna Sabalenka who claimed her 2nd straight U.S. Open title by defeating 8-seeded Amanda Anisimova in straight sets on Saturday. Sabalenka became the first woman to claim consecutive U.S. Open titles since Serena Williams did it back in 2012 to 2014. She's now a 4-time Grand Slam champion. Denny Hamlin, he's the latest NASCAR Cup Series racer to advance in the playoffs. The driver of the number 11 car took home the checkered flag in the Enjoy Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway from Madison. Chase Briscoe, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, and Joey Logano rounded out the top 5 finishers. The round of 16 concludes Saturday at Bristol when 4 drivers will be eliminated after next weekend's race. And a New Hampshire teen has landed a catch many can only dream about. 13-year-old Jackson Dano of Hampton headed for the seacoast on an overnight charter so he could wake up early and drop his line in the water. And he's saying, as the saying goes, the early bird gets the worm. Well, Dano's bait attracted what could be the biggest Atlantic halibut on record. the internet's saying 177, Bob. According to the story I found, it says 174, but either way, 177, 174. It's twice his kid's weight, almost as tall as him. And he's waiting to hear back from the International Game and Fish Association to find out if his catch is a new junior world record.
So does, I don't know what, 40 gallons of tartar sauce enough?
I don't know. That thing's massive. You know, I told you last hour, but I urge you to check it out online because that picture is insane.
Yeah, well, yeah, you gotta love the sport. You got up early to compete, and that was a once in a lifetime catch. So good for him.
Right, and congratulations to Cole Schill of Holly, winner of the John Seitz Memorial over the weekend at River City Speedway. My cousin and his wife and kids were there. What, like 50-some cars were in the feature?
In the late model division.
Think about that for a moment.
Yeah, that's wild. They lost the Thursday night. It was the Friday night event. They lost that to weather, and had a couple of good nights of racing. So they have 2 weekends, I think, left.
That sounds right.
They've got an all sprint car deal this week.
Yep.
And then the season finale. So they're wrapping up quickly. They had, of course, you mentioned the Fighting Hawks were at home. It was the Potato Bowl.
Yeah.
I saw pictures of the ever cold Potato Bowl parade.
Right.
They have. They had actually moved a few. You know, they had this huge free French fry feed they've done for years. I think it was supposed to be that Thursday.
Right, I believe so.
And they ended up postponing that to.
I think that was Saturday. Yep.
Yeah.
They did that in the Alaris Center parking lot, I believe. So.
Yeah. So like they have room for that.
Right.
But I just it's wild. What as a kid I marched. Our little high school of our marching band would go to the Potato Bowl.
Right. Yeah. No, that's a big parade.
And it took us at the time I don't know where it goes now, but at the time, right down University, downtown Grand Forks. I don't know where it goes now. There are too many busy streets to cross now in Grand Forks.
Oh, absolutely.
Back then, it wasn't quite as cray as it is now.
I think it encompasses both East Grand and Grand Forks. I feel like it was on Demers, but
yeah. We do Washington, and I remember walking when they built the overpass. Just before you get to downtown Grand Forks, I remember walking over that thing. You know. And one year I carried a bass drum, and 1 year a tuba.
And what school was that for?
Kennedy.
Okay, all right, okay.
There were dozens of high school bands that took part in that.
Yeah.
And we've only been most schools hadn't been in the school that long prior to the Potato Bowl. This was actually an early Potato Bowl for.
I was gonna say it seems early, doesn't it?
So it was a feat to learn one song. And to learn how to somewhat march. But we did.
Very true, yeah.
It's easy when you only have like 30 or 40 kids to work with. All right. Well, Wade, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Sports News brought to you.